Hey guys, so I told you guys on Facebook that I was doing a series of videos having to do with like reviews on different ostomy products, whether it be bags or just like the different things that you can use along with the bags. So today's video is on the Cymed products because I felt that people were more used to seeing Convatec and Hollister, and Cymed is the other one that I've tried. And I thought that that was a little bit less known, so I thought I'd do that one. I'm just letting you guys know now that it's just a first impression video more than a review video because I was only going based on the samples I was given. I haven't tried it for months at a time, so I don't know everything about the bag, but this video will give you as much information as I could gather from the couple of days that I got to wear them. So I recommend that no matter what I say in any of these videos, go and ask for a sample. Most companies will give you a sample. I will give you a place below where you can ask for one. So I hope you enjoy this video. Let me know what you think. Email me at letstalkibd@yahoo.com or just comment below, message me, whatever. It's good. Okay, so there are generally 5 things that you want to look for in a bag. Obviously, when you're first getting your ostomy, you're just really looking for something that will stick, or, stay on and not embarrass you in public, like leaking and stuff. But when you're more experienced with the ostomy, there are a bunch of different things that you want to look into that will help you or benefit you with the bag. So 5 categories that I've come up with are the type, the shape, the color, and the draining system, whether it has one or not, and then the features of the bag, like filters, or whether it uses a belt to stay on, or if it has a fabric covering or not. So I am going to go through all these different things with each of the products I try out within the next few videos, and I hope you enjoy. So keep watching for Cymed. Okay, so right here I have the 2011-2012 catalog for Cymed. Basically, it's a company that has a bunch of different ostomy products, a bunch of different types of bags, and they also have urostomy supplies and the, irrigation bags. I don't really know what they're about. I feel like they're more for colostomy people. I've had people try to explain it to me, but I'm just a little bit ditzy, I guess. But anyway, this is the Cymed company, their logo, if you're wondering. And they have 2-piece bags, they have 1-piece bags, they have all different types of bags. So I'm going to go through the different categories that I mentioned before and tell you a little bit about Cymed. So first we're going to go into the types of bags. They do have the 1-piece bag and the 2-piece bag, as I said. Although the way the 2-piece bag works, I feel as though it kind of turns into a 1-piece bag later on, which is one of the things I don't really like about it, but it is an interesting concept, but you'll see later. Let's see, the shape of the bag, it's not an odd sort of shape. Sometimes the ostomy bags kind of lean in towards the body, depending on what side the ostomy is in. This just goes straight down. So, and also, for shape, whether or not the wafer is convex. Sometimes the wafers are made convex for skinny people. When I first got my ostomy, that's what I was looking for because I was so thin that my stomach literally went in where my ostomy was. And sometimes the convex bags, which are kind of shaped like that, will fit in there. But this is a flat bag, although it is very flexible, so you can pretty much fit it in any kind of stomach, which is great because you don't have to buy a certain kind of bag. You can just get the flat kind and it'll fit any kind of stomach. It also comes in clear and opaque, although I noticed that the opaque bags aren't as opaque as they should be. You can kind of see the output. You can't see the color of it, but you can see the outline of it coming out. It's really lovely. So you might want to use a cover if you're going to use these bags. And then the features of this bag, some of the bags I noticed on the catalog have what they call Gore-Tex filters, basically a regular filter. I actually don't have one of those. I wasn't sent one of those bags, but they do have filters on some, and they are plastic bags, by the way. There is no fabric covering. Some bags have that. I know Hollister ones do because those are my favorite, but there is a fabric sort of material on the back, but not on the front. And I also don't believe any belts or anything like that come along with these bags. I believe they're just use them as they are, and that's that. So I was sent 2 different types of bags. Actually, I realized I was sent 2 different samples, one when I was first given my ostomy, and then I recently asked for one. So there are 2 different types. You have the one-piece, which looks like this. I didn't have the opportunity to try this out because I just got back from spring break, and that's where I got they were in my house, so I didn't get a chance to try them. But they look very similar to what a 2-piece one looks like when it's put together. So these one-piece bags, show you the features, they have the fabric covering on the back, but a clear plastic or opaque plastic, depending on what you ask for, front. And then they have the wafer part, which is right here. And this part here is either you can mold it, I'm pretty sure, if you have a fairly small ostomy, or you can cut it and then kind of mold it from there. That's what I did. And then for the surrounding areas, some bags don't have this. They just have the wafer, but some, I think it's terrific when they have the outside kind of seal. This one, which is kind of odd, is actually made of plastic and not like that fabric material that Hollister uses. It's a clear plastic, and so you can't really see it, but that's the benefit, though. The only benefit I saw was that you can't see it as much as the fabric covering. When you go to take the bag off, I'll tell you what, it pulls out all your hair. So you might want to use like an adhesive remover or something when taking this off. Now, all of these bags come in 9-inch or 11 inches long. This is the 11-inch one. You can't really tell because I have it sealed up. So this is the one-piece bag. Then we go on to the 2-piece bag, which this is the one that I actually tried. So you have the wafer, and these wafers come in thick, regular, and thin. This is, I believe, the regular one. And it's called the micro skin. And it's very similar to the one-piece bag in that it has the clear seal around it, and then the wafer part that's moldable, or you can cut it. If you want to cut it, the only problem is there's none of those lines. So what they give you is one of these measuring guides. So you can actually use like scissors with these, I guess. So my ostomy is about 1 inch. So you just place it over and cut around. But once you're more experienced with your ostomy, you kind of learn the size and you can do it by eye. That's what I do now. I don't even measure anymore. So, and then the weird thing that I'm going to show you is generally with 2 pieces you're used to seeing the lock system, or like the ring, and they lock into each other and it's like really secure. These are actually done by adhesive, so the bag sticks to the wafer by adhesive. It's like a sticker that you're sticking on your stomach. So first step is you put the wafer on. I found it a little bit awkward, a little bit difficult, but it wasn't too bad. So you peel off the back where it says microskin, and then you also peel off the wafer part. So you have a completely sticky background. Then you stick that on your ostomy. You might want to use some of their paste, which I'll show you later, or some of the Coloplast paste, or whatever you want to use that will help seal it around the ring. That's what I generally do, but sometimes people just go for it. Just put it on. So you put that on first, and then for the bag, you have this. This part here actually comes off, and right here is very sticky. Like, it's extremely sticky, and you stick that onto the wafer. That's the part that I found really awkward, was when you put the bag onto the wafer, you need to make sure that you get it on absolutely perfect. Problem I had, this is why I didn't really like this bag all that much, and I feel like I need to keep trying it and get like a hand on it, is that when you stick it on there, you get these little air bubbles, these little tunnels all around. And I'd put a bag on, and 20 minutes later I'd be like, hey, it's leaking, because in those little air tunnels all your output can seep through. So I kept having to pull the bag off and put a new one on. But that's the cool thing, is it is a 2-piece, and when you peel the bag off, you can't really put it back on, but you can put a new bag on and keep the wafer. So that was my real problem with it. It was just that I kept getting the air tunnels no matter, here, I can even show you right there. I don't know if you can see it. It's like this little bubble. And everything seeps out, and it was so annoying. One of the bags lasted for a day, and then I noticed this seeping through, and so I peeled it off, put it on, and within 20 minutes it was leaking. I was so angry. So I wound up having to take the whole thing off, and I put on a Hollister bag because I didn't know what to do. So I feel like I need to order these or something and just get a really good handle on them because I just don't know how they work, or I need more practice or something. So I recommend if you're going to get these, get them later on when you've had a lot of experience with your ostomy. As for the drains, these two-piece bags come with a bunch of different types of draining. Well, 2 different types, not a bunch. You do have the press and seal kind of sandwich baggy thing, that's what I'm going to call it. And then you also have the clip, if that's what you're used to. It's it's a very popular clip. I feel like a lot of companies use it. And it snaps into place. Now I'm going to show you how these work, because I don't want to send you off into a world where you don't know how to work the press and seal method. So basically you take one of these sandwich bag clippies and you peel off the backing. And then you're going to take that sticky side and put it about ½ an inch. Is my camera not focused? You silly camera, you. Okay, so you put it about ½ an inch up, and you want to get it pretty center. Press it on there, and as you can see, it's not coming off. So then you take it and you fold it upwards, and I believe in the catalog they said 5 times. And it's easier when the bag is actually on you. It's a little bit difficult when you're sitting here holding it. And then what you do is you take these sides and you press them towards the back. And what's really convenient about these clips is that you can shape it to your body. I know that they come with, sometimes they come with like flat clips, or they come with the C clip, that's what I'm going to call it, where it has a curve so it'll fit your body. But sometimes like you want a flat clip because it just works better. This kind of gives you that option. You can curve it, or you can have it flat, which is great. Now, some of the other products I'm going to show you include the like a similar product to the Coloplast paste. You know, I've shown it in different videos where it's just like a strip of paste and you form it in a circle or a ring and you stick it around the hole where the stoma goes. Well, this company actually makes those rings like already done for you. Perfectly done, and it actually is a lot wider, so it'll go out a lot farther. And when I tried them, I felt like they stuck pretty well. I feel like they could be a little bit more sticky, but depending on what kind of skin barrier you use, that might change it. I used the one that they gave me that I'll show you in a couple minutes. But anyway, it came in a package like this. You'll get 10 of them in a pack, and they're called the Cymed seals. They come in different thicknesses and different widths, so I actually have 2 different ones. I have this one's pretty thick, but it's kind of small. This one's pretty thin, but it's kind of big. So basically you just put these on after you put your skin barrier on and before you put the wafer or the bag on. And you can stretch them out if you need to. They're very flexible. They actually have like a plastic coating, and that's why they're not sticky right now. You just peel that off and go. And then for the skin barrier, they gave me Cavalon. Now, I thought I had tried this a long time ago and I didn't like it, but I don't think I have because I wound up really liking this. I used it once and it was great. When I put it on, it dried really quickly. It had kind of a weird medical scent to it, if you know what I'm talking about. If you've been in the hospital, you know the medical scent. It's like antibacterial mixed with like alcohol, mixed with saline solution or something. I don't know. But the interesting thing about this, it's not a wipe, and it's not a spray, obviously. It's actually a little sponge, and you kind of can actually, if there's a little bit more product in the bottom of the bag, if you peel it right and you have that product in the bottom, you can go back in with your sponge, soak it up if you need more of the skin barrier. So it's really cool. I thought it worked really well, and I just thought it was really cool as a sponge. It's cool. So this is called the Cavalon Skin Barrier. Or what is it called? Barrier film. I'm used to calling it skin barrier. Now the last thing I'm going to show you I really liked. It had its advantages, no disadvantages. I just it wasn't actually advertised as what I thought it was. It's called the Illysorb, and these are the gelling packets, like what Diamonds or Trio Diamonds are, but they're in a plastic bag instead of a paper one. The plastic bag does disintegrate, so you don't have to worry about that. It's not going to be stuck in there. You don't have to open it up and empty it in. It will disintegrate when it's in there. But the one thing that I didn't realize when I was using it, I was like, hey, it's not really getting rid of the scent. It's not really supposed to. It's not how it's advertised, but it does a really great job of gelling. I'll let you know right now, I was just in the hospital, so my ostomy output is like really, really liquidy, which you probably don't even need to know. It's probably really gross to you, but these Illysorb things, they gel it up enough so it's not going to make my bag leak or anything, and I'll show you right now. My bag is kind of full, but the Illysorb, look at that, you can like form it, flatten it out, so that way your bag will look a lot thinner, instead of it all bulging at the bottom when it's liquidy, which is fantastic. I think they work really well. I just wish they had like the scent or the odor reducing qualities to it, but that's not how they're advertised, and they don't do that, so oh well. But they still work really well. They just look like little crystals. Okay, so I hope I gave you a really thorough view into Cymed products. Again, it's a first impression video. This is not a review. I didn't want to be like bashing them because I didn't have the best experience with their bags. But I do like them to an extent. Like, I feel like I just really need to try them again. And I recommend that you ask for the sample. Or maybe, I don't know how expensive they are. I don't want to tell you to go and buy them. I just feel like it's going to take a few bags to get used to how they work. So I showed you the Illysorb packets. They come with a little card, and they look like that. The Cymed seals. The Cavalon No Sting Barrier Film. The press and seal method of clipping the bag. The regular clip, or the clamp as they call it. The two-piece bag. And the one-piece bag. All the information below. Email me at letstalkibd, one word, @yahoo.com, or find me on Facebook, Let's Talk IBD, 3 different words. Okay, I love to see the comments. I'll try to get back to as many as I can, but I can't promise anything because I'm really bad at that. So, alright, I will see you guys later.